Hi guys, it's been quite some time since our last tutorial, which is about do while loop, and today we are going to learn while loop. Like all other loops, for loop is designed to perform a certain task more than a single time, as the all loops do, but it is little different when compared to while and do while loop. First, let us see the syntax of a for loop here. Here we have a for loop keyword initialization, then the condition until which the for loop is going to run, and the increment state. So guys, we use for loop mostly when we know the number of times we need our loop to execute. For example, if you need to print numbers from 1 till 100, you will use for loop, because now you know that you need your loop to execute 100 times. As you see in the syntax here, that for loop have three parts. First part is in initialization, where you set the initial value. In this case, we need to print number from 1 to 100. So let's write a simple code here, at int I. So for I is equal to 0, we can set two initial value, 1 or 0. If we set initial value to 1, then loop will execute till 100. If we set initial value to 0, then loop will execute till 99, because we actually started it from 0. So as in total it will make 100 iterations in the loop. So after setting initialization, we have the following state of our for loop. Now next, we need to provide the condition until which we want our loop to run. So as I have mentioned earlier as well, that we will set it to I is less than equal to 99, so that we make sure it run from 0 to 99. So we still have this one part left in our loop, that parts where we need our loop to move forward as well. If we don't iterate I, then our loop will stuck at one point. So we will do here I plus plus. Now the syntax of our for loop is completed. All our three parts are filled. So now we have completed the syntax for our for loop. Again, these brackets that I placed there are necessary when statements between loop are more than one. Each cPlusPlus statement, as you guys know, are terminated with a semicolon, and if there are more than one semicolon, that means you have more than one statement in your for loop, and you then you need these brackets. These brackets, so that all your required statements executes properly within the loop. Now within this bracket, you will need to put some statements, so you can print out from 1 to 100. With this syntax, you have to declare another variable, counter, or you can name it as you like, and initialize it to 0, initialize it to 1. Now see out count here, and then count plus plus. You have to put an L here, and it should be counter. So now when you are going to run this program, you will be having numbers printed out from 1 till 100 on your main screen. So let's see how this works. So guys, as you can see that we have numbers printed from 1 till 100 on our screen. There is another way to do the same task, is that initialize the loop from 1 rather than 0. Now we will have to move until 100. Then we have the easy syntax for doing the same thing. Remove counter variable, just put I here. So here you will not need to increment I, because I is already incremented here. But as you guys know that everyone have their own way of doing the same way in the programming. This is just another simple way of doing the same thing that we did earlier. So now let's run this thing and see how it goes. As you can see, it worked the same way. So now there is another aspect to the for loop that we are going to discuss here today, is that you can miss this thing here, but you may notice that I have missed the incrementation part of the for loop, and you can put this part here. But you need to make sure that required semicolons in the loops are still there. The standard form of the for loop required two semicolons, so we have two semicolons here. You can also leave you can also leave the initialization and the other parts from the for loop as well. For example, you can remove this part from here and initialize the I here, so that you have some starting point, but you still see that we have two required semicolons in our for loop. We have initialized here and we have incremented here. So guys, you can also remove this condition as well, but as you know that a loop need a terminating a condition, so if we don't put a terminating condition, it is going to run endlessly. So this is for the for loop, guys. I have also mentioned the source code in the blog post. If you are watching this video on YouTube, you can find the link below. So thank you for watching this video. See you until next time.